not in pro play too.
I was gonna say, like, that is a gambit that T1 are taking. You could see Koma's face. He was like, jump on top of this Rift Scuttler. Takes that one down. Meanwhile, more fighting here towards the bottom side as Permafrost is going to be utilized. Ona now fighting Lucid, but this is a dangerous one. Zeus moves on down as Lucid needs to be so careful. Is Ona going to go down? No, he's not! The Blue Moth getting aggressive, but there is Showmaker. He doesn't have flash though, remember, so he's likely to fall down. It's a fantastic cage. And Zeus, he gets knocked into the sky, and Showmaker's trying to walk it off. Faker flashing after him. Now Kingen chasing down the Emperor. Does manage to get the slow here, and he finds it. He has the red buff here as well as Faker trying to get out of the way. That Q just not finding the mark. As Faker just shifts this one as there is full information over here.
The go!
Yeah, Showmaker trying to clear out vision, but I don't think he's going to be able to make anything happen. No flash available. As Ona will see whether he's going to be able to weather the storm as Zerkus Greaves picked up here for Zeus. Faker just standing inside the cage, and he's just going to be fine. And we can see pings out. Kellen moving on forward. Showmaker just trying to block as the Emperor's Divide does come down. He gets over the wall. The flash hook is going to ring true here for Kellen, and the cage is going to come out as well. Faker, not long for the world, and Lucid will pick up that kill.
Actually going to give the kill over to the Viego here. Showmaker already picked.
A little bit worried here because oftentimes they do manage to build leads, but in this series, just the gold lead has not really moved.
Got a goal in,
20 minutes.
TP advantage.
Yeah, let's see what they can get done here as the hook is going to connect, but it's on to Carrier. The cage comes down as well, but it's not enough to stun him up. DK should be able to get themselves their first dragon as Kingen teleported in. There's the knock up with the 3 Talon strike. Looks like he is going to be okay. There's a flash in from Kellen, but it finds nothing. And a cage also going to whiff. So DK unable to find the follow-up, and it was 4 versus 5.
I don't think that's worth. As we get another Chemtech Drake, statistically, this is just somewhat reasonable.
One could say.
This is, I don't know how many plates this is going to get, but it's the second time where DK, like this play, this is why they were trying to force so long.
Not as terrible. So there you go. Aiming up here as well, he's going to be able to grab this plate as now Carrier by himself. He's going to get hooked up as Lucid finding himself a stun as well. Aiming just wanting to maximize the amount of plates that he can pick up as teleport in from T1. Kellen knows that he's really dead, and that is going to be a kill going over to Goomer as well. And Faker, he wants even more good flash out there from aiming. He's still going to have to vacate the area. There's a flash forward, the ulti. The Q didn't land. Therefore, Zeus will survive.
This is just going to be Herald. But first Third Blood, probably going to be able to go over here. Faker, though, once he shows up.
Well, Lucid going to make this one a 50-50. Let's see what can happen. It is going to be the steal away as so much AoE damage coming down. The Dawning Shadow, massive value as Zeus has made his way into the fight. It's a 1-for-1 so far, but the Vayne is starting to pop off. Lucid gets over the wall, and now Showmaker left for dead. No flash because he used it earlier, and it's a double kill. Zeus now finally set up for some success.
All they were able to get was with Viego and Cassante. It's not bad.
Doesn't feel the worst. I just don't know whether it's going to be a soul that we're really going to be talking about, as there is the charge forward. The cage is going to be put down there as well. Fair bit of damage onto Owner and Carrier, but once again, they're not the optimal target. Still, they do get what they came here for, and that is the outer turret here in the mid lane. Zeus also secured the top outer.
When it comes to gold, Showmaker doesn't have his TP just yet. Zeus is hiding in the fog of war, but as soon as Showmaker shows, he's going to keep on pushing. T1 forcing DK to make a decision.
Yeah, and there's the flash forward. The cage is down there as well. Done. And he's just dead. Ona taken out. That is the pick you were looking for, but this is the problem. T1, is it going to be worth it for DK if this inner turret goes down? And I just don't know, because 700 gold going over to just Zeus, then the global gold as well in this mid lane. Not able to fight for that Drake, but another 4 minutes, and it's not even a soul. It is just soul point that they were fighting for, as Kellen now finds himself in amongst two. Showmaker and Lucid a little bit too far away. I don't know whether they're going to be able to save him, but he gets a big old shield. Showmaker flashes away, and T1 are just going to jump down on top of him. He can't click the blast cone. He's running. It's a disaster. Meanwhile, the fight on the top side is also T1 favored. Faker takes down the Cassante. Lucid, I'm not sure about this one. He's trying to get his way out.
Oh, dead.
As Zeus is chasing after him. Vayne pretty good at chasing you down, as it turns out, as he tumbles forward, and is able to lock down that kill. And T1, they've got Baron in their eye. Maker's Smite that wins this one out. Carrier does have teleport, he can make his way back in. As this Baron not going down anytime soon.
TP carrier behind
looking
them.
for a little bit of an engage. As they're trying to block him off, they're going to see whether they can kill the Sejuani before this one is even a problem. But the all-out comes over the wall. It's absolutely fantastic. They take down Owner. But still, Faker's able to hunt down the K'Sante. Showmaker once again trying to run from Zeus. He gets himself a big old shield, but he won't find the cage. And he's on 1 health. The flash forward from Duma is going to be what gets it done. And there is another team fight victory for T1 here. Lucid just showing up as the rest of his teammates take a dirt nap.
Lucid! It's an all or nothing, but I like this really good here from the entirety of DK being able to stop them from taking this. And yes,
it is kind of nullified. And Faker just quietly sitting on 2-1 and 3 this game, does have both of the items that do the big damages. It's also gone for the fleet footwork, not one to subscribe. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very scary
It's gone.
Yeah, and that is there is absolutely no contesting this one. It is just a second dragon.
Dipping an aggro, but gonna drop it after all.
Yeah.
Maybe an actual 5v5.
Piercing Darkness able to keep them very healthy in this fight as well as the Sand Soldiers go forward. That's another cage. Hook is going to come through. No one's stunned though. And there's the re-engage. Kellen's down so incredibly low. And there is the pick-off. K'Sante trying to get some K'Sante things done, but it does not work. It's another kill for the Vayne. I think that makes it 7. Just taking pot shots here from Zeus. He's just able to walk out of the way of the burst fire. The Baron just going to be destroyed. No way!
Underrated part of the Senna is the amount of sustain it gives you. It makes it so hard, especially if you are running a double front line, to actually chew through targets.
They still have 2 minutes of this Baron buff. As that is a nice little flash hook from Kellen. Empress Divide is going to get Faker out of the way though. Still, they do manage to get the flash and the ulti, but they'll sacrifice an inhibitor turret for it.
He didn't have the ult. If he gets the ult Faker, then he might be able to kill him. The cage.
Yeah, cage does go down. They push them into it, but Kingen can't really tank them up. Glacial Prison comes down. Carrier so incredibly tanky. Owner's going to be the first one to grab a kill in this fight. Another cage is going to work out as Lucid diving on board. He's got the Vayne, and Lucid's now trying to tumble his way to victory, but he'll be taken out as well. And I think DK are just that little bit too far behind. T1, they do lose their top laner. He has been a hero this game, but they have 4 left, and they have so much sustain with Gumayusi.
Not really going to matter. It seems like, as you point out, if this
hey, there you go.
I haven't been glass half full yet.
Yeah, on the not so plus side, they don't get to farm any of their jungle or any of the dragons or have any vision around any of the barons or anything else.
Yeah,
Extendo Beam does no damage to these minions. You can see, okay, in goes Owner. Immediate cleanse from Showmaker. And yeah, that was just Owner going in. That's all that really gets them anything. And the inhibitors have just
not the triple inhib
as well. Kellen,
they know
wanting to find an angle, they spot him out. Mega Blast Cone is something that he can possibly use for a cheeky little angle, but it's not going to be before these inhibitors have all gone down. And Kellen's still just like trying to work out what he can do. The answer is nothing, as there's the explosion onto aiming the primary target, and he has to go back to the fountain. Kingan's also having to dash away. It's going to leave their whole base exposed as Zeus. He'll be taken out. But even with 4 members, look at all of these minions. They are just gigantic. Kellen's made it to the backline though. And Aiming's got his health back with the Nexus. It's so incredibly low, and there it goes. T1